Just I move the slide, it's showing right clearly. Okay, thank you. Just I'm make it ready my lab. Thank you, madam. You can start. No problem, madam. I'm ready. If you are all participants joined, you can start. Okay, madam.
ராகுல் என்ன பண்ணுது முடிச்சிருச்சா? சார் நான் பிரிண்ட் எடுக்கும். நீங்க என்ன சார் ஒர்க் பண்ண போறீங்க? சரி, நீங்க என்ன ஒர்க் பண்ண போறீங்க? ஓ, ஒர்க் பண்ண போறீங்களா? நான் சார் புரியுது பார்க்கல.
Madam, 1 minute, madam. Just mute on. Hello, hello. Madam, sorry. Thank you very much for the great introduction. And also, I must thank personally the Periyar Maniamai Institute for inviting me to give this webinar, online webinar, machine learning in blockchain. Actually, I want to show you before that just one small introduction about this lab. Actually, I developed this lab. This lab is uh, IoT lab. 1 minute. IoT lab. This is
ஓகே, அதுதான் அந்த கலெக்டர் எல்லாம் வந்தாங்களே, எம்பி எல்லாம் அதெல்லாம்
Madam Durga Devi, please mute your mic. Keep on talking. Okay. Better if you give me as a host, or you can mute all the participants. You can enable. Hello, madam. Who is the host? Can you mute all the participants? Otherwise, unnecessary disturbance is coming. Mr. Madam, Saranya ma'am, can you mute all the participants? Yes, please. Thank you. Otherwise, they'll unmute. You can. Okay, now you just to mute all the participant mic and make me as a co-host. It's easy for me. Okay. Thank you very much once again for inviting me to give this guest lecture online for the faculty development program. Just before starting this program, just I'm going to introduce this lab. This lab is developed by me, funded by the Ministry of Education, Research and Innovation, Oman. And this lab is IoT lab. Even though it is IoT lab, from partial part I dedicated for the AI. Here we have the turtle board we have, and we have IoT server, and we have to re-computer. That means it will support AI. That purpose is there, and we have Pi 400. What you are seeing is the Arduino. Just I'll take my thing. See, this is the entire lab. We here will use only the screen. There you can see the cupboard. There we have robots, and here there is a project working table. Here, if you come this side, here you can see one small machine, this is a server. After that, there is a recomputer that will work with, for example, here, that is this next to the monitor, one small device is there, that is work with Nevada machine. It is work with full AI functionality, all the data collection, everything you can do. Okay, just this lab, and here this is the turtle boat. Okay, this is also concept of working machine learning only, right? And here we have one small one. This is called VioLink. This will work as also as a machine learning, as well as it will work as a IoT. Okay, thank you very much for introducing this lab. Now we move to straight away our lecture, that is machine learning in blockchain. Yes, I hope my this machine learning, the basic definition. Okay, this machine learning is nothing but it's a subset of AI, that it's easy to learn from data from time over. For example, it's some over time, it will automatically work without any particular explicit program. Therefore, how we can say this is machine learning. It is nothing but a subset of AI that enables system to learn from data. Therefore, if you give the data and within a period of time, it will learn, and without any particular changes in the program, it will work. That is the beauty of this machine learning. For example, we developed one project called emotion detection. We trained that machine to feed around 60,000 of images, how the human emotions it will show. After once it learned from the images, it will capture any image, any human images, and it will tell that this person is anger or this person is happy. Like that, it will easily guess. How it is possible? Because it will learn from the trained set of data. Okay, how where we can get the trained set of data, that we'll discuss more in detail later stage. Okay, after that, the second part, because here the two major parts here we are going to learn. One is machine learning, another one is blockchain. What is the blockchain? It is nothing but a distributed ledger technology that records the transaction. That means across the multiple computer, okay, the transaction not only in one system, it will across the many system, but in the secure as well as immutable way. That is a blockchain. Okay, what is the why we need to integrate this machine learning in the blockchain? Okay, what is the purpose? What is the benefit? Okay, this machine learning, it is enhance the capabilities of this blockchain, because blockchain provides a secure data. Okay, because just now we discussed even though it will do it will do transaction across multiple computers, but the transaction is well secured and immutable way. Okay, therefore, this blockchain provides the secure data for machine learning algorithms. But there are some limitations in the machine learning that machine learning can mitigate. That means what? Scalability and privacy issues in the blockchain network. And not only that, this integration of this blockchain and machine learning, and it's opened new opportunities in various industries. Okay, now therefore, this is the basic idea behind the machine learning and blockchain. Then what I'm going to discuss elaborately throughout this talk is, first what are the foundations of blockchain and how the machine learning works, the basics, and how to integrate this machine learning and blockchain, and what are the various techniques available, that is machine learning techniques in blockchain, what are the different use cases and studies, and what are the challenges in this machine learning in the blockchain, and what are the best practice and what is the future trends. These are the things we are going to discuss. Okay. Now, what are the key components of this blockchain? There are three things. One is called blocks, okay, and the second one is the decentralization, okay. And how we can say this blockchain this transaction are grouped into a blocks. Okay, how it is working? This cryptography linked in a chain and forming a chronological records of all transactions. Okay, we are using cryptography. That's the reason it is well secured. That's the reason. Now, what are the components in the blockchain? Sorry, to mute my phone. Just a minute, please give me 1 minute time, because otherwise they'll keep on calling. Okay, thank you. Sorry for interruption. Now, the second component is decentralization. What is the need of this decentralization? This decentralization, it eliminates the need of central authority, because we don't need any authority to distributing the control and data across the network of nodes. Why? Because it is going to do the transactions among different things, networks. Okay, but how it is going to work? And because of decentralization. And this decentralization, it will enhance the security, and there is a resistance, censorship resistance of the network. Okay, this node participate in transaction, and this node, each node participate in transaction. It validates and consensus mechanisms. Okay, what is the third component is called consensus mechanism. Okay, this consensus mechanism is nothing but there is a protocol that enables a node to agree the validity. That means how to validate this transaction. Oh, madam, make it mute all except me. Make all the participant. Okay. There is one setting is available. You can easily mute all the people. Okay. Otherwise, by mistake, it's not purposely they are doing by mistakes. Okay, they are if you make the permanent mute of all the participants, then
Yes, sir.
this.
Yes, sir. We will mute, sir.
Yeah, please mute it, madam.
Yes.
Otherwise, by mistake, and they are doing.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay, now actually what is this consensus mechanism means? The protocol that enables node to agree on the validity. That means this nodes is agree the validity of transaction and maintain the consistent state of the blockchain. Okay, therefore it's clear itself that is a blockchain, it is not a chain, it will validate the transaction across the nodes. Okay, for example, where the proof of work, that means, or the proof of stake, or the delegated proof of stake. These are the places it easily authenticate and works. And what is the advantage of this one? It is not relying any particular central authority, since it is distributed and based on the chain reaction, it will work. Okay. What is that? The last concept is called immutable ledger concept. This immutable ledger refers to the property of blockchain. Once the data is recorded, okay, then it cannot, okay, it cannot be altered or deleted. That means no one can alter or delete it. That's the immutable. It's taken from the concept of object-oriented. Okay, and how it is achieved through the cryptographic hashing, as well as the consensus mechanisms. This will ensure the integrity and performance of transactions. This immutable ledger concept of underpins it is trustworthiness and it is a reliability of the blockchain technology. Okay, now we'll move to the, okay, we'll move to the, yes, we'll move to the next one. What are the basics of this machine learning? And then what are the categories of machine learning? What are the examples of ML application? If possible, I can show my Visual Studio Code, how that emotion detection is working. That one also I can show you detailing, if time permits, provided. Okay. Now already I told so many times, this is subset of AI that it will learn from the data and make prediction. That means, for example, I told you the emotion detection system. A emotion detection system, it will learn from the 60,000 images of data. That 60,000 images of data having the different different emotions of human. There are 8 different, maybe anger or no sign or smile or maybe cry or normal or excited. Like that, we can have this 60,000 images vision learned. Based on that, if any new images or the images in the video, it will easily predict what type of emotion given by the human being. Okay, therefore, for the new images, we are not going to write any explicit program. Based on the previous trained data, it will easily predict. Okay, and how it is learned using epoch. That means how many times you repeated in the that is iterations. It will from the historical data. It will improve the performance. If anything new also detected, it will capture that image and process it. It will learn. Now, basically, there are three things is available. One is called the supervised learning. What is the supervised learning? This model is trained on labeled data. That means where the input are paired with the corresponding output. That means this is the input and this is output. The goal is learn mapping from input to output. For example, it can use for classification. But what is the best example is called the spam detection. That means these are the mails categorized as the spam. How? Because it is not normal, it is templated. If this from address is this and subject is this and text is this and it is the input, then what is the output? This is spam. Okay, and the second example we can say, that is the second example is regression. That means the type of example for supervised learning. And this regression, you can predict the house price. For example, last year what is the price house rent in the particular area, and the next year how it is predicting based on the previous data of last 10 years or last 5 years. Based on that, it can predict. Therefore, supervised learning, the best example is one is classification. Example, practical example is spam detection, and the second example is regression. It is practical example is to predict the value or predict the house rent, like that. Now we'll move to the second category of machine learning, that is nothing but unsupervised learning. And what is this unsupervised learning? It will involve, there are so many training models are unlabeled. That means there is no proper label, there is no pattern, there is no structures relationship within the data. But this model identify the inherent structure or cluster. That means it will make the cluster without any explicit guidance from the labeled outcome. Therefore, here we will not give any label. For example, I cannot say this image is the smiley image, this image is not a anger image. Like that, there is no label, but it will based on the cluster and without any guidance, it will identify. For example, here one is called clustering. For example, what is a customer segmentation? And the second type of example is dimensionality reduction. That is a principal component analysis. These are the two examples for unsupervised learning. That is the third category of learning is called the new. Actually, this supervised, unsupervised, it's very famous one. Even in the neural networks, it is used. But the third one is reinforcement learning. Okay, what is this reinforcement learning? It is focused on training agent to interact with the environment to maximize the cumulative rewards. That means it is like it will learn trial and error. We will not see first one is this is the input, this is output, this is supervised. And there is no input, there is no output. It will learn from the clustering. Okay, based on the patterns, based on the structure, like that. But the third one is trial and error. It will try and learn. If any error is, it will rectify. That means it will receive the feedback in the form of rewards or in the form of penalty based on the action. It will learn. Okay. For example, the best example for reinforcement learning is best example is called game planning. That is the best practical example is AlphaGo. And second one is robotics. Just now I shown you turtle boat. That is the best example, autonomous navigation. What I have in my lab is called turtle boat. This turtle boat, I can fix what is the source and destination, and this my robot will travel automatically, navigate, and it will deliver. Okay, these are the basics of our machine learning. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Now, before moving to this next sections, what are the different examples uh, you can see? Well, just a minute. Yes, I'm little doubt because there is no response whether I'm going to watch in another one also. Hello. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Recording in progress.
Sir, can you connect with the sir?
No problem. Just because sometimes I little doubt. That's why I activated one more device.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That's the reason. Okay. Minute. Okay. Now, what are the different examples of ML applications? The first one is called image recognition. That is what is image recognition. It will able to classify and identify the objects. Okay. Okay. Identify objects, scenes. That means, for example, detect based on the object detection, it can open the door, or like can be used, or it can use to take the attendance. Once you entered the class or entered the office, it will take the attendance or the patterns within the images, and also it will helpful for facial recognition, object detection. Detect, for example, using radars, they're identified if it is more than 80 kilometers or 100 kilometers, it will capture the image of the car, they'll put the fine. And also now in Kerala, they are using the AI-based radar cameras. It will capture the image inside the car, whether they put belt or not. That also they are using, and not only in using for the general purpose, and they are using for medical image analysis. Okay, medical image analysis they are using. Okay, then next example of ML application is natural language processing, that we are using that, for example, Sri, Google. These are things they use. They are easy to identify our language, and it will translate, and it will work. Even chatbots, all it is. There are other applications like it is used in healthcare. It is used in healthcare to diagnose the prediction, and also not only used in healthcare, it is used in finance to detect the fraud. That means online fraud. And there is another example, best example is the recommendation system. It is used for personalized assistant content. For example, it can recommend the suggestion which food you like or which videos you like. That is a Google videos, YouTube videos that is suggesting you. And obviously autonomous cars, that also it is given. Okay, these are the things for the thing. Now we'll move to main important concepts. So what is the intersection of, what is the main requirement of intersection of machine learning and blockchain? Now, before intersection, now there is a synergies between the machine learning and blockchain. First one is, if you integrate this one, the first important thing is the data quality is improved. ML algorithm can enhance the quality and reliability of data stored on the blockchain through the data validation, verification, and cleaning techniques. Okay, these are the possible of ML. Okay, with the help of this blockchain, it enhances the security. That is, machine learning powered anomaly detection and threat analysis can strengthen like blockchain. The blockchain main advantage is it is proper secure by identifying by suspicious activities or any potential vulnerabilities. Okay. The third point, because of synergies, it will give the scalability solutions. Okay, this machine learning algorithm can optimize the blockchain scalability by improving the consensus mechanism, network performance, as well as transaction output. Okay, these are the synergies between the advantages of synergies between the blockchain and machine learning. Now, what are the challenges in the traditional blockchain system? There are three important challenges. Number one is called scalability. Okay, traditional blockchain especially face the scalability limitation due to this the consensus mechanism and the replication of data across all the nodes. That is the first challenge in a traditional blockchain system. Next one is the privacy concerns, because in the public blockchain it lacks the privacy because as the transaction details are visible to all the participants because of the chain, raising privacy concerns for especially sensitive data. And the major another challenge for the blockchain system is too much energy consumption. This is the three challenges. How this machine learning can address this blockchain limitations? The first one is the scalability. What is the solution? Machine learning algorithm can optimize this mechanism and implement the sharding techniques or enable off-chain scaling solution to improve the blockchain scalability. That means using this machine learning algorithm, it will optimize, that is the mechanisms, the consensus mechanism to implement which technique is the sharding techniques. How this privacy enhancement, this machine learning techniques, there is one technique called zero knowledge proof and homomorphic encryption can easily enhance the privacy by enabling the private transaction. Therefore, since it is enabled the private transaction and the data sharing on the public blockchain is controlled. The last one is how to solve the problem of energy consumptions. This is using this machine learning driven consensus mechanism such as proof of stake or hybrid consensus model. This will reduce the energy consumptions and while maintaining the network security and integrity. Okay. So, okay, someone. Okay. And this will address all the changes, all the challenges, and solve the problem. Now, what are the techniques, machine learning techniques available in the blockchain that we'll see? Now, first one is the technique is called data analysis and pattern recognition. That means what is that one? This data analysis and pattern recognition. This machine learning can analyze vast amount of data. For example, I told you to identify the emotions of the human. I trained around 60,000 human the data already available. That one I downloaded from the Google. Even though that data is like Westerner data, that is suitable for even our Asian people also. That I trained, I succeeded. It is this machine learning algorithm can analyze what vast amount of data to store on a blockchain, and easily it will identify the pattern and trend and correlations. Okay. And this application like include whatever the market analysis, that is the share market analysis or sentimental analysis or predictive modeling, also it can work. This is the first one. If you use the machine learning techniques in blockchain. The second one, the fraud detection and prevention. This machine learning powered fraud detection system can easily identify the suspicious transaction or activities on the blockchain. Okay, therefore, this machine learning is trained and easily can identify. And techniques such as what are the techniques? Techniques, anomaly detection, clustering, and classification enable proactive detection of fraudulent behavior as well as enhancing the security and trust. What is anomaly detection? That is the next one in uh, the next one of this machine learning techniques. This can detect anonymous behavior deviation from expected pattern within the blockchain transaction. That is not normal, it is going another thing, and that also easily detect using machine learning. And this anomalies may indicate, but that means deviating instead of normal transaction or normal activity, some deviated means then that may be a security threat, or it may be a data manipulation, or some irregularity in the transaction flows. Okay, promptly and timely what intervention, it will find that one. Okay, the last one is called predictive analytics. This machine learning techniques can enable the predictive analytics on blockchain data, forecasting the future trends, behavior, or events. That means a particular area, the people where they are going to hold the vote, like that easily, based on the behavior, easily it can detect. And the predictive model can support the decision making process and easily the risk assessment and the optimization of the business model. These are the places this predictive analysis it works. Next, we'll move to the what are the use cases of machine learning in the blockchain. Okay. Now, actually, first one is called supply chain management. What is supply chain management? You know that there are so many industries works based on the supply chain management. This machine learning algorithm, if it is integrated with the blockchain, it can improve the supply chain visibility. That means it will give clear visible where the product is held up or where the product is moving, and easily you can trace where the product, and easily you can, since it is visible and traceability, and obviously you can efficiency. Suppose if anything it's blocked in some place, easily you can identify and trace. And using this machine learning in the blockchain, we can easily authenticate the product and easy for inventory management, where this product, in which place it's located and which page is locked, all it can be possible to manage the inventory. And it can find the forecasting the demand, and it enhance the transparency, and it will reduce the fraud. That means it is not held up. Okay. The second use case of machine learning in blockchain, fraud detection in financial transactions. This machine learning powered fraud, it can easily monitor and analysis what are the financial transaction records on the blockchain. Okay. And it can use for the network analysis and what are the activities and what are the safeguarding the financial systems. Okay, the next one is called identity verification. Machine learning algorithm can enhance the identity verification process based blockchain based platforms. Okay, what are that one? Biometric recognition, we can use facial recognition, behavior analysis. Okay, and that will accuracy and security of the identity verification, and it will reduce the identity theft and fraud. Okay, the last use case is the smart contract optimization. Machine learning techniques, it will easily to optimize the different smart contract execution performance on blockchain networks. Okay, the networks. And using what are the things we have how it will work, we can use the reinforcement, because we are not going to give an input or output. It will learn the environment, it will easily work, and how it is contracting design, how it is execution, how it is automation, and easily it will improve the efficiency and reliability. Okay. Next, we'll move to the next slide. Machine learning algorithms for blockchain. Machine learning algorithms for blockchain. This is the next one. What are the algorithms? It is already, you know, that there's a regression analysis, clustering algorithm, decision trees, and neural networks. Actually, it's very famous, the neural network. When I did bachelor degree, master degree, the 90% of engineering student, they use only that means the other branches, they are using only the neural networks. It is famous. Okay. Now we will start with the regression analysis. What is the regression analysis? It's basically from mathematics. It is nothing but to analyze the relationship between a variable and predict continuous outcomes. Okay, what is with the help of this regression analysis in the blockchain? What we can easily forecast the transaction volumes, price, and network performance based on the historical data. What is the second one is the clustering algorithms. This clustering algorithm, what I discussed before, it will group the similar data points into the cluster based on the characteristics. And what it can easily identify the transaction patterns and what are the user behavior and what are the network segment for the targeted analysis. The third algorithm is called the decision trees. This algorithms, it's like a tree-like structure. It will easily to classify the data into categories of future values. Okay, and this also can be used for classify the transaction. This is for credit, this is for debit, and this is for what is that one? Some abnormal transaction that can be used. And the last one is called the neural networks. Neural networks are the complex ML model. It is inspired by the structure and function of the human brain. In the blockchain, this neural network can analyze a large data set, and it can easily recognize the complex patterns and make prediction on the decision in the real time, enhancing the security and efficiency. This is also possible. For example, now the signals, they used the AI techniques. That means how machine learning only they are using. For example, in the signal, we have 4 directions vehicles are coming. Maybe the vehicle coming from north is long queue, but the vehicle coming from east and west is less. And therefore, what we can do, instead of giving the timing 30 seconds in all direction, which direction is having more queue, this ML algorithm, it is easily learn that one, and it allocate more time where is a more crowd is coming. These are the technique is possible. It will work in the real time. Okay, that is also possible. Now we'll move to the next one. What is that one? What are the challenges and consideration? Okay. And already we discussed some challenges, basic thing. We are going to more in deeper about what are the challenges and what are the consideration required in this place. Okay. The first challenges already I told you, data privacy and the security. Especially when you integrate with ML, it requires what? Robust encryption and access control mechanism. and privacy enhancing technologies. These are the things when you do integrate blockchain integrated with the ML. And when we are addressing the scalability changes in blockchain network, particularly the data volume increases and transaction processing becomes more resource sensitive. That means what happened? The development of scalable consumer mechanism, the off-chain scaling solutions, and optimization techniques also required. This is the next challenges. Now, how to this solve this problem? Bias and fairness in the machine learning models. This is the next challenge. Mitigating bias trained on a blockchain data is very crucial to prevent there's a discriminance. That means a discriminatory outcomes of the unfair treatment. How to solve this problem? Now we need techniques such as the bias detection, fairness awareness, aware learning, and data processing. Okay, therefore these are the things involved. And the last one is called regulatory compliance. Okay, what is this regulatory compliance means? What are the regulatory requirements? What are the legal framework poses the challenges for the blockchain based system, especially when you are integrating ML algorithms? What are the legal framework and what are the regulatory requirement is there to adhering the data protection law, financial regulations, and to mitigate this legal risk. Okay. Now we'll move to the how to solve this challenges and consideration. We'll move to the next one. What are the best practices and recommendations? The first best practices is cross-disciplinary collaborations. Okay, now how it is cross-disciplinary collaborations is possible. That means expert, for example, you need to collaborate with experts in blockchain technology, machine learning, and cryptography. Identify the experts because one person cannot be expert in all the field. Therefore, identify the experts in blockchain technology, machine learning, and cryptography. And also identify what are the domain specific, for example, in the finance industry or in the academic industry or any agriculture industry or health industry, and make that one and collaborate. This is the best solutions for to solve the problem. And very important, the second best practice and recommendation for this challenges and consideration is continuous monitoring and evaluation. Then you must implement the robust monitoring and evaluation mechanism to assess the performance and effectiveness impact on ML algorithm. That means machine learning algorithm integrated with, especially with the blockchain systems. Therefore, we must do the regular audit as well as collect the feedback loop and what are the improvement. This regular audit and the feedback loops ensure the ongoing improvement and optimizations. Okay, and the third best practice is the transparency in model development. Make sure that there's transparency during the development and deployment of the ML models on the blockchains. Okay, therefore, how you can do that? Just documenting the model architecture, what are the data sources, and what decision-making process is enhance accountability as well as trust and understanding among the stakeholders. Okay, the last point, last point is here. Compliance with the regulations. Okay, you can make the compliance with respect to the prioritize, for example, with relevant regulations, standards, and legal framework governing the data. That means the data privacy, security, and ethics in the blockchain. And very important here, you can engage the legal advisors, regulatory experts to navigate the complex compliance requirement and that can mitigate the legal risk effectively. Okay, next we are going to discuss more in the case studies. Okay, what are the case studies we are going to see? The first case study example is supply chain management with the machine learning enhanced blockchain. What is this case study? We are going to integrate the machine learning algorithm with the blockchain technology to improve the supply chain, that is the visibility, traceability, and efficiency. How we are going to implement? We are going to utilizing the machine learning algorithm for demand forecasting. That means what is the demand? For example, I have the company. I'm going to make production of shampoo or whatever it is. Now I'm going to forecast what is the demand forecasting that we can use. And based on the demand forecasting, I can make it the inventory optimization. If the demand is there, I can optimize my inventory. And is there maybe the fraud, that means the fake product also coming in the market, that also you can detect. This is the first case study. Okay, fraud detection in the supply chain transaction recorded on the blockchain. And what is the main benefit here? With the help of this one, you can increase the profit. And since it is, we are using blockchain, there's a transparency is there. And you are going to detect the fraud product in the market. Then you can reduce the fraud, because so many companies they're losing the profit because of the fake product. That also solved here. And you can improve the inventory. That means what is the demand, based on that only you are going to do the inventory. Therefore, the inventory management also improved. And based on the demand and based on the product manufacturing, there is a logistic operation also optimized. These are the first case studies of supply chain management with ML, that is a machine learning enhanced blockchain. Okay. The second case study is the fraud detection in the finance transactions. How I can say application of machine learning techniques where we can use for detecting and preventing fraudulent activities, especially in the financial transaction on blockchain network. And what this machine learning, it will powered anomaly detection, and it will study the analysis of the behavior. That means how the transaction is going on, and it will keep on monitoring the network to identify the illegal suspicious transaction or patterns indicative of fraud. That means if there is any suspicious transaction is there or the pattern is changed, that will indicate the fraud. Okay, what is the advantage? What is the benefit of this fraud detection in the financial? This will detect early of the fraud, and it will enhance the security, and it will reduce the financial loss, and it will improve the trust in the financial system. That means improve the particular bank. It means to avoid simply instead of simply sending the message, don't accept any fraudulent call, don't click any activity. But if you use this machine learning in the blockchain in the fraud detection of financial transactions, then easily solve this problem. Instead of a customer, okay, you are sending message, they cannot always alert with messages, but your system can detect and solve the problem. Okay, the third case study we can consider is the identify verification systems. Okay, what is this one? It is leveraging the machine learning algorithm to identify the verification and authentication on the blockchain-based platforms. Okay. Now, what is the first one? Biometric recognition, facial recognition. Biometric, there are actually so many movies that are showing that we can use others' fingerprint using that the elastic or something. We can do that. You can use the facial recognition and behavior analysis. If you combine all these three, biometric, facial, as well as the behavior analysis technique, it will easily identify whether the user is a right person or not. That we can easily secure. What is the benefit of this one? It will reduce identity theft. Therefore, we will not rely on only biometric transaction. We are not going to rely only on facial recognition, and we are mainly combination of all three. If they escape in the biometric, you can catch in the facial. If they escape in the facial, we can catch in the behavior analysis. Okay, for example, someone theft your phone, maybe they used your PIN, or they may use your biometric, or they may use your face with the help of twins or something like that. But the behavioral analysis, it will easily catch. It is not the normal behavior of this use phone, the use of this smartphone. That also we can easily identify. Okay. Now we'll move to the next one, best practice and recommendation of this one. And already I discussed. Yes, sorry, I go back. Okay. What are the future trends and opportunities of this machine learning in the blockchain? Okay. First opportunities is integration of the advanced machine learning techniques. Adaptation of advanced machine learning techniques, for example, deep learning, reinforcement learning, and federated learning, it's more sophisticated analysis and decision making on the blockchain data. There is the interoperability of the blockchain networks. Okay, it is facilitate the seamless communication, and it work for the data exchange between the different blockchain networks. It enabling across the chain machine learning application and collaborations. Okay, and there's the evolution of regulatory framework. That is and the regulatory framework. What are the standards governing use of the machine learning blockchain application addressing the privacy? That is one. And the emergency use cases, the exploration of new use cases and application and the integration of machine learning and blockchain, including it may be a healthcare, because now I mainly focus on supply chain management and what I discussed, supply chain management and facial recognition. And you can use the decentralized finance, that is a DeFi, and IoT ecosystems, that is Internet of Things ecosystem, you can use. Overall, the convergence of machine learning and blockchain technology present the exciting opportunities for innovation, collaboration, and transformative impact across the various industries and domains. Okay. Now, before moving to that, I want to share the Visual Studio. Okay. Just I want to show that how I trained my thing and how I used my emotion detection system. It is very simple Python code. It will detect how it will. Okay, Visual Studio Code. A minute. I'll open. Yes. Okay, I'm going to share the entire screen. Okay, then I can show you. Yes. I'm using the Visual Studio. Yes, Visual Studio. This is my code. Simple code. Instead of simply talking, just I'm using the TensorFlow. Okay. I told you actually this technique I used a emotion detection system. Based on that, I'll study the student emotions and how they are happy in the class, whether they are able to satisfy. That means they are able to observe that class properly or not. Just I tried it. I told you I used 30,000, 60,000 images, and based on that I trained and I categorized and I do the normalization, all I done. Finally, I got the output. See, this is the code. See, I did 200. Actually, I put 200 epoch, but I got the answer within 7 epoch, 81. See, I put 200 epoch, but its training is every cycle. There are 359 iteration done, but within 81 cycle, it is stopped the training, and the accuracy is 80%. Loss only 0.8, and accuracy is 6.9. Done, and using that one, see, and now once I reached 80, this almost I'm able to predict the correct thing. That's the reason I'm not moving that one. Okay, even training and validation accuracy, you can see that training validation, it reached the maximum. Okay, after that, what I prediction I'm going to show you. These are the code. Now this is my confusion matrix. In the confusion matrix, I clearly identify how many people are surprised, how many people are sad, how many people are neutral, and happy, fear, disgust, angry. Yeah, I predicted based on the prediction. This is observation of one class emotions. Okay, angry is maybe 20% of that. Actually, this is not the 20% of students. The total emotion collected in the class, 20% are angry. That means maybe they are not received what I told, and maybe no one discussed. That means no reaction. But some people fear maybe I'm using new techniques. But here, the percentage of happiness is actually it's not 100. That is number of emotions is 100. This is number of angry emotion is 20. Number of fear emotion is less than 20. Number of neutral, that means no change, nothing, simply idle. It is around less than 60. This is sad is 50. Surprise is 20. Therefore, if this is a total number of emotions collected based on the prediction, I can predict in my class 37.5 people are happy, only 7% are angry, and less than 7% are fear, and remaining. Therefore, if you do this one, remaining class is almost happy. Therefore, from this, what I understand, the conclusion of my class, the students are happy. Okay, this is the simple example how this machine learning is used in the class. That is emotion detection. This I used, but we can apply the blockchain to make more secure, because if you are using class, maybe the image how you protect, there I am going to use the machine learning. Okay. Okay. Now, what are the conclusions here? This using this machine learning, it will advance the blockchain technology. It will make advance the blockchain technology. Okay, it will advance the blockchain technology. Next, this machine learning plays a crucial role where in advancing capabilities, that is, the capability is possible, scalability is possible, security of the blockchain system is possible, and driving into the innovation and adaptation to the diverse industries, different industries. If you integrate this machine learning techniques, empower with the blockchain network, and it's evolved beyond the simple transaction, become the more it's more intelligent, and it is easy predictive and adaptive systems. Okay, what is the main thing here I highlighted in the today presentation? Machine learning and blockchain technologies offers the complementary strength. That means when it integrated, it will enhance the data analysis, it will enhance the security. Also, it is having more efficiency in various applications. Okay, this machine learning algorithm enables advanced analytics and predictive modeling, and also optimization on blockchain data. And main thing is there are three categories addressing the three important challenges. Okay, where we can use this, we can use in the supply chain management, we can use in the fraud detection, we can use it in the identity verification, and this we can use in the smart contract optimization things. Okay, now actually just I opened your eyes, and what is the call of action here? Just you must ready to collaborate between the expertise of machine learning and blockchain technology people, And very important, you must be responsible for ethical use of machine learning and blockchain application. Especially, you must consider the privacy, fairness and transparency, and regularity compliance. Okay. Now, another point, empowering the organizations and stakeholders to leverage the combination between this machine learning and blockchain to address the complex changes, unlock the new opportunities, and create the value in the digital economy. Now, I'm going to show you, is there any particular course, for example, I want to expertise in machine learning first. Okay, I'm not advertising anything. It is free only. You can learn. After that, I'll come to the lecture. There is one website called Coursera. Okay, for example, if you want to learn machine learning, okay, hold on, wait, I'll open this one. Yes, okay, deep learning specialization. Okay, just search. Okay, this is intensive is available here. Okay, just you can register, you no need to pay anything. For example, if you want to learn this one, yes, deep learning specialization. Okay, there are 4 module available. If you click, you can see there is Coursera. I'll give the references. Okay, Xandro, it's at top in A. You can refer to them. See, this is a deep learning specialization. If you go through this, easily you can learn all the techniques of machine learning and you can expertise. There are the series, see, neural network and deep learning and improving the neural networks, structure machine learning and convolution neural networks and the sequence model. If you complete this course and you will be expert in machine learning. Similarly, it is available for blockchain also available. Okay. If you want, yes, this is the code already I shown you. And if you want to more in detail in this code, this is emotion detection. How this code is very simple. Where I collected this code, see, I downloaded this data. Where I downloaded this data, there is one website called Kiggle. Okay, this you can upload. Okay, Kiggle, right. This is the website. You can download the required data. You no need to worry about the data. What type of problem you have? Just you can go here, the kiggle.com. Okay. Now just register and sign in. For example, I'm going to sign in with Google. Okay. You can easily search the data. For example, what type of data I need. For example, say emotion detection system. Here, what type of emotion you need, whether you need speech emotion recognition or emotion and emotion detector. And here you can easily get the data and see what is the input, what is the output. See, all it is available here. Yes, all available here, and the programming code also available. Therefore, you don't need to worry. Only thing actually nowadays the programming skill is not required, but the main requirement is programming understanding and code bugging. That means you must know how to bug the error. That means how to catch the error, how to solve the error. That knowledge only required. You can get the code very easily in many places. Only thing, how to change the code for your project, that is a challenge. Okay, therefore, you can use this website, collect the data, and you can use the Visual Studio, and you can run the program. That is a Python program. See how I done for my project. Okay, this is see the step one. Just I download the image, and here I put it all the data what I'm going to train. Next, what is the test data? And after that, what I'm going to train. And what is the just I adjust the parameters. What is the grayscale? What is the validation? Okay. Now I am using the TensorFlow layers, and what are the things I import? Dense, dropout, and flat. After that, I added the size. What is the size of the image? What is the thing? Everything I added here. Okay. After that, after adding all the data and what is the accuracy and what is the weightage, here I added the model weightage. Here I put 200. Okay, what is my model? I put 200, but I got the best answer within 81 epoch. Okay, this stops early. Okay, and after that, what do you want? I want plot the graph. Just write the simple code. Okay, what is the just I'm comparing the training loss and validation loss. After that, I want to what is the accuracy? First, I compared what is the loss. Loss at 80 after 81 epoch, it is normal. There is no such loss. It is less than 0.3. Now, what is accuracy? Okay, this is a training accuracy. This is a validation. It is almost reach after 0.7. I got better accuracy, not that much difference. Okay. After that, what I need, just I want to know that confusion matrix. That means I tested with real images. Okay. After trying everything, now I created the confusion matrix. Based on the confusion matrix, just I plotted the graph. Okay, that code I wrote it here. What is a graph? And then finally, I calculated the percentage of these erosions. Okay, what is the satisfaction of every class I can identify. Therefore, total collect all the data. I can conclude that within the semester, this course is delivered with the students, whether they're happy or not. And that thing is possible. Okay. Now we move to this. Yeah, this is my presentation. If you have any question, please ask me. And before the question, I'll show that this is a references. A blockchain, I refer with that one, some papers and some courses, because just I open your eyes how this machine learning can be used. Please, if you have any question, please ask me, please. All are, I think, muted.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your nice presentation, sir. Now, this is the time for the participants to ask their queries.
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Senthil from that Coimbatore.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, fine, sir. Your presentation is so nice.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
And it gives that open idea.
Yeah, thank you, sir. My major area is I'm working in IoT only, but I use this AI techniques and IoT. That is the main thing I want to share. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay, fine. Sir, in case the security concern, where I can get the data set, sir?
It's the same place, sir. You can use that GitHub. There you can find what type of problem you are going to use. There you can find the data sets are there. Easily you can find, or some other even GitHub also there also you can get it, sir. But Kaggle is the best one, sir. For any type of problem, easily you can get data sets. Initially, I struggled to get the data for my emotion detection system. There I 60,000 images with very less size. But this program I shown you, what I shown here, It is not come within a day. It run 2-3 days. After trained, it will work quickly. First time it will take 2 days to complete the task for training. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other question, please?
Sir, I hope there is no other queries from the participants.
No. There is a question they asked in the
Chat box.
chat box.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Thank you. Is the code related to the emotion that one particular person or group of people? Yeah, very good questions I asked. Actually, what is my code? I trained that means using the 60,000 images. I trained that one. After that, if any new image is captured, it's either a single. Actually, it will capture the group of people. From the group of people, it will after that I segment each the group of people, each picture. I'll take each person. I'll take separately and count. For example, in one picture in the classroom, maybe 40 students are there. Then, if I capture all 40 students in one picture or in one video, then in one frame I have 40 students. Therefore, I get 40 different emotions I can get at a time. Similarly, if I capture maybe 50 times, 50 into 40, imagine that how many emotion we can get it. 50 into 40 means nearly 500 into 4, 2000 emotion I can get it in single class. But here, what I tried here, it is number of student is only maximum 10, 15, 20. That's the reason I got maximum 100 emotions. Okay, therefore, it does not capture a particular person, it will capture a group of people. From the group of people, from the frame, we take individual person and study the emotion. Yeah, thank you very much. Very good question, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, very good.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Kanimuri. Actually, we are using sometimes a real data. You said that is we can collect the data from Kaggle also.
That is for training, madam. Actually,
Ah.
for example. Yes, madam. Yes. Yes,
What is the
please.
difference between real data as well as the Kaggle data, sir? For
Yeah, very
predictive analytics, which data is the best for predictive analytics, sir?
Madam, actually, initially I discussed there are three things. There is a supervised, unsupervised reinforcement learning.
Yes, sir.
Actually, for emotion detection is a supervised. For example, already I gave the input. This is the emotion, happy emotion or sad emotion. Like therefore, based on the input, if any new images comes, it will match with the old trained emotion. It will predict. It will predict. But in the predictive analysis, if you trained for example, if you are going to predict the share market price, then you must feed that last 10 years or 15 years data. It will predict how it will react with the first quarter value. Based on that, what type of price will be predicted. It easily predict. Now they are using APIs. They are using algo trading. Based on algo trading is the best example for predictive only. How it is working? It is based on the old data and old data. If it is available in the NSC website, there you can take the data. You can write the program and you can do that. For example, emotion it is already available. For example, one particular share I want to check what is the predicted share price for next 1 month or next 3 months of ITC. Then I must download the data from the NSC and I can use the program to predict the values.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, one more question in the chat box.
Yes, madam.
Please provide your advice for non-coding participants to practice AI tools for their segments. Otherwise, which area we need to concentrate for minimum access for successful AI results?
Yes, it's a very good question. Actually, due to ethical, please provide your advice for non-coding. That's why I'm telling you in the beginning itself. For example, whatever the code I shown you, it is not written by me. I took the code from the Kaggle and I alter the code according to my project. For example, already the implemented code for emotion for some other activities. I took the code, I changed. Therefore, here that's why I'm telling in the beginning itself. If you want to, you are not going to write any full code, but you must have the capability to understand the code and what rewrite the code. That capable only required. We are not, but we cannot say we cannot ignore the code completely. Okay. For AI tools, there are so many tool application available. But if you for research purpose, 100% you must be able to understand the code and rewrite the code capabilities there. Then you don't need to write new code, but you are able to. This is the code I can understand for this project. Can I rewrite for my own project? That understanding is required. Okay. And especially, actually, AI means without coding is nothing, but there are so many techniques available, tools available that we can use. There are programming is there. There are actually no need too much of code. What I shown actually it is more particular. That's the reason. But there are so many code available. Within just you can use call the method. It will work. That is also available. Okay, any other question?
Sir, one more question we have received it through chat box, sir. Can we get code for regression
Sure, ma'am.
analytics,
Yeah.
testing, etc.?
Yeah, yes, doctor. Dr. Balasubramanian, yes, you can get it in Kaggle, doctor. There you can easily find regression analysis as well as clustering, everything available, doctor. Even either you can get it in the Kaggle.com or in the GitHub. Both places it's available, doctor. But you can change the code according to your problem. Actually, Dr. Lakshmi is trying to connect the audio. I think it's not connected. I'm very happy to see the questions really. Sometimes if I do online and they are not ask any question, simply they switch on. I'm very happy. At least 3 to 4 questions I received. I'm very happy to answer.
Okay, sir. I hope there is no other queries. Sir, one more question. How can I find and create novelty from existing code being a nearby programmer?
Yes, madam. Just I'm closing on. How can I find
And
newbie?
create novelty from existing code being a nearby programmer.
Newbie programmer. How can I find?
I couldn't understand that.
No, actually, no, that is interesting only. How can I find and create novelty? For example, very simple. First, you define your problem first. Once you define the problem, then what type of program or code is required for your problem, then you can do that one. Without problem, how you can find the novelty and creating of the existing code? That is a big challenge. Newbie programmers, you by experience only, one day you cannot simply a programmer. If made many mistakes, many errors, then only you can do that. Otherwise, you cannot find. More practice only required. Then only you can find the novelty and everything. Thank you very much. I'm doing programming since 1995. Now I can easily find the bug within a second. But first time it will take time. But how much dedication you are using, based on that, it will improve your skill. Practice makes the man perfect. That is the only answer for this.
Shall we wind up, sir?
Okay, ma'am. If you have no other questions, I'm very happy to answer the question. Thank you very much once again for this invitation. For the 1 minute, sorry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, to making today's session with a grand success, with sharing your knowledge with us through such an innovative and informative presentation, sir. Thanks a lot to you. On behalf of Periyar Maniam Institute of Science and Technology, my sincere thanks for your exceptional presentation in this faculty development program, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Most respected
I hope everyone benefited from my presentation. I did open the eyes. There are courses to learn, and also there are the places to find the data as well as the code available. It is a Kaggle, Coursera. There are websites available. Yeah, you can use that opportunity. First thing, for example, if you want, yes, I can answer, especially the new people. Just what you learned in the course. Apart from that, you can go to like the online course like Coursera. Just select which one you want to specialize in machine learning or deep learning. Which one identify according to that. Do the course, specialized course. Based on that, you can easily develop that one. Without knowledge, without anything, can I study directly the paper? Can I study directly the code? It's not possible. First, you learn the basics. For example, deep learning specialization, there are 5 courses available. Just complete. Once you learn, then easily you can understand the code and everything. That is the thing available. But we are directly, without anything, can I do directly? That is 100% not possible. Okay, that is a fact. Without any steps or without any learning, 100% it is very difficult. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Anisha, madam. Thank you once
Thank you,
again for
sir.
the management of Periyar Maniammai University for giving its invitation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. And thank you, our esteemed audience, for your active participation and making this FDP a vibrant pool of knowledge exchange. Let us meet you on tomorrow's session. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Oh, shall I leave, madam?